Hi guys, welcome to the channel. In this video we're going to be making some dark techno. If you are looking for mixing, mastering, post production, sample packs, preset packs, personal lessons, mentorship with me, there's a link down below and you can use this promo code and you will get a discount on any product you choose. And if you have some special inquiries, you can use this email address and contact me. So let's start with the tutorial. So let's start from the beginning, and the first thing I want to talk about is the kick and bass, and it's actually pretty simple. Here I'm using just some basic, like a techno kick. Yeah, just some classic techno sound, this punchy fat techno kick I think it's by Synthesize. Pretty good samples, and the bass I've made in operator and it sounds like that. This is a square wave with a filter and with some filter distortion, so you can select a filter here, and I've chosen PRD. It's the best filter for the bass if you're using operator. And Ableton stock synthesizers, they all have the same filter. I've cranked up resonance about 24%. What else? And yeah, I think that's basically it. It's just basic sound and nothing really special here. And some sidechain, I'm using LFO tool, so let's quickly tune it. Now let's play together with the kick. Sounds a bit like rolling techno bass line, but it's just like two notes. And if we look at the grid, it's C, and yeah, 16th notes. We can make them just a little bit shorter. Yeah, sounds really cool. Now let's move to the drums. The first thing is the clap. The clap on its own already sounds really good, and this is my advice for you guys. If you want to get a good sounding mix, like punchy, warm, powerful, deep, I mean, yeah, deep is more about like mixing, but yeah, other things, you need to select the right samples which sound good even before you start mixing. So the track, it should sound good from the beginning, from the first minute you start working on the track. So try and spend a little bit more time on selecting the right samples, sound design. It's really important one, guys. So you can hear that the clap sounds fat, it's really nice. And yeah, I've moved the clap just a little bit to the left because it has, you see, it has some delay. And if I just use it like that, it doesn't sound really good. And this is one more tip for you guys. You can use the pre-delayed claps and it will add some groove to your drums. Okay, so let's move to the drums. And for the drums, let's first listen in solo. So just a basic hat. So it's this one. Yeah, let's look at the envelope. You can see that the envelope, it's punchy. So I've used low sustain and pretty short decay time as well. So let's listen with this one. It's like a shaker, and I think it adds some, I don't know, character to the sound. I mean, it makes the drum loop more interesting. So let's listen to the bride. Bride basically repeats the hat pattern, and it's just the same thing. So, but it makes the sound fatter, and you can use bride when you need to, you know, emphasize some like a special part of your track. Maybe you have like some energy going on, and the good way to emphasize it is to add some brides, and it's really simple, but at the same time, very powerful technique. So let's listen to the percussion. This is a kind of techno percussion, just one shot. Yeah, you can find those samples in any techno pack. And I mean, you don't have to use the same sample, you can use any percussion you'd like. It's just a matter of taste. And finally, this one. But to be honest, I don't really like how it sounds. Maybe we should make it a little bit shorter. Yeah, something like that. One more thing is this kind of percussive hat, and it adds some groove to the drum loop. So let's listen with this hat. This one's, yeah, you feel that? That's a nice groove. And finally, I'm having some 16th hats. Those ones are very simple, just a basic 16th hat with some velocity. So yeah, basically that's it for the drum loop. And the thing is, try to be simple with your drums, with your synths, with your arrangements, and it doesn't matter in what genre you are making music and your tracks. It's always about the simplicity, because the more simple is the track, the higher the chance that the people will like your track. Because, I mean, yes, some complex tracks, it's just the thing that people want something simple. And think about that, guys. I mean, I'm not saying that doing something complex is bad or wrong. It really depends on the taste and how you see your music and how you feel about that, because it's always about creativity. But try to be simple. As you can hear, we don't have a lot of elements, but at the same time, it sounds really cool. So that's the thing with the simplicity. So let's now move to the synths, and this one is ARP. For this ARP, I'm using Omnisphere. I think you could use any synthesizer, but I love using Omnisphere. It's such a cool, versatile, flexible, and it's just amazing synth. So it's just one synth playing, but I'm already feeling that groove. I want to move to the beat, want to dance, and it's a really good sign, guys. If you feel like you want to move, you want to dance, you are on the right path. You're doing the right thing. So yeah, I've just scrolled through some presets. I think it was ARP, BPM, and I just click here to randomize presets, and you can make your own preset, or you can choose any preset you like. Omnisphere has thousands of presets, really good ones. Okay, so the next thing is the drone, and I'm using Omnisphere here. Again, it's so amazing for drones, for textures, for atmospheres. I think it's the best synth if we're not talking about content libraries, because there are some good libraries as well. And for the drone, let's listen in solo. Really dark. And this is exactly what I was looking for. And you can use, if you're using Omnisphere, you can click here on the oscillator, click on the folder, and you can choose textures. There's a lot of different textures. You can use different moods, like dreamlike, dramatic, dark, any kind of mood you want, basically. But you can also make textures from stock synthesizers. I just want to show you the concept, the approach, how to make that dark techno vibe. Now with the ARP, with the drums, and with the kick and the bass. Yeah, sounds really nice, and it's really simple. That is an important one. And we've got some hits with a delay. You can make similar sound in any synthesizer. I'm using Omnisphere. I think I've used Omnisphere for almost all of the sounds except 2 or 3, something like that. And let's listen together with the. Yeah, sounds pretty nice. And let's quickly break down how this patch is made. So you can see that it's a square waveform with unison and with some FM modulation. And yeah, just well, actually three oscillators with a square waveform and with the noise. Really simple. You can make this kind of sound in any synthesizer. Okay, so let's move to the next one. And I've used some vocal effects. Yeah, you can find vocal effects in, I think, in any sample pack, any Techno sample pack. And let's listen now again. Everything together. Yeah, it just adds a little bit of that atmosphere, and I also have that vocal but different sample at the end of the loop. But it sounds more like a effect, like noise kind of sound. I also have some brass. I just love using brass, guys. I use brass, if we're talking about my releases, I mean, almost in any track. It just sounds so cool. I mean, it's also trending. I mean, you can hear brass samples in pop, in tech house, and house. Just use brass and it will make your track sound cooler. So yeah. Now let's listen again, all together. I love that dark vibe, it's so cool. This is actually my first time making dark techno. And I've got one more sound, which sounds like that. It's a wavetable, and for this sound, I'm using 2 oscillators. So this one is a distortion, brutal metal, and I've modulated this thing, so it's moving, as you can see. And the envelope 3 is controlling the oscillator position. And this is the key behind those techno kind of dark techno sounds. Just try to modulate as many parameters so it's like moving and it will have that dark vibe. Don't forget about FM synthesis to make the sound more like metallic. So I'm using FM here because if I mute it, and with FM, much more interesting. Yeah, and yeah, some basic things like filter. As you can see, the filter is moving. Yeah, so just a basic sound, nothing really complex here. So we've got some effects. And I think this is almost it. And we've got one more like bowed sound. And it sounds like that. It's an Omnisphere patch. Deep bowing glass. Sounds really cool. I mean, I like Omnisphere. It has like so many different samples. You can use it as a synthesizer, as a rompler. Great effects, great synthesizer. I'm not, by the way, sponsored by the Spectrasonics, but if you guys are looking at this video, think about that. I can market your products. And finally, I've got this ethnic, yeah, this is a library called Barken Ethnic Orchestra. Great library. Sounds interesting because I like using ethnic instruments because I myself play 6 different instruments and it's just cool. I mean, it's my hobby, you know. I like learning different instruments. So I'm gonna get some new instruments soon. So yeah, and basically this is it. So let's listen together to all of the sounds and yeah. Okay guys, so that was it for today. I hope you liked this video, I hope you learned something, and I want you to do a couple of things. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, leave your comment below with your feedback and thoughts, basically anything. I appreciate and I answer and like all of the comments. And don't forget about this little nice bell icon, so you trigger the algorithm and the channel will grow faster. As always guys, thanks for watching and I see you guys in the next one. Bye.